it to him. Mane tries to get towards the byline, pulls the ball across against a deflection. That looked like it should be a corner, and Lee Mason's pointed to a goal kick. The way the ball spun up in the air there, it looked like it was only going to have come off the whole player.
Yeah, it did, but it was really well defended by Ranocchia there, because Mane, as we know, is such a live wire inside the box. He's got that burst of acceleration to get past someone, and he showed a lot of good strength, did the Italian there, and I'm not sure it did get a deflection.
It's hard to tell from the replay whether it did or not. We'll give the referee the benefit of the doubt. And Hull, I'm sure, more than happy to do that, because they still lead by a goal to nil. Just to remind you of the other scores, of course, in the Premier League so far today. Crystal Palace 0, Sunderland 4, a remarkable scoreline from Selhurst Park. Everton v Bournemouth 0, Southampton 1, West Ham 2, Watford 2, Burnley 0, and West Brom 1, Stoke 0. Just in a stat, by the way, that said that Sunderland hadn't only scored 4 goals away from home all season before today.
Wow.
So to get 4 in one game was beyond their wildest dreams. The ball from Shan.
That's some result, and it throws the relegation battle wide open again, because you'd have thought Crystal Palace would have targeted this game just for a narrow 1-0 win, maybe.
Chance for Liverpool here, meanwhile, inside the penalty area. Milner sends one towards goal, but it's gathered by Jakubovic, moving to his left after climbing into original.
Good effort by Milner there. It was a clever effort, because any other player could have just tried to smash that, and he just needed to try and maybe get a little bit more power on it to try and divert it past Jakubovic. But it's the right idea of going on target. But again, Liverpool, they just need to get a proper clear-cut chance, and they'll eventually, once they get one, you'd think the floodgates would open and they'd gobble up 7 chances. It's been that block that's happened for Liverpool for the past month, where they've just not been clinical enough.
Early stages of the second half at the KCOM Stadium, still Liverpool doing all the pressing, as you might imagine, at the start of the second half, and they've had 2 reasonable opportunities so far as well. On 48 minutes, James Milner's cross from the near side and fell to the feet of Joel Matip. The centre-half shot goalwards. It actually hit the leg of Tom Huddleston, who stuck a leg out to try and block it, and it looped the angle of post and bar behind for a corner. Then on for 52 minutes, again from a right-sided cross, this time from Nathaniel Klein. The ball fell on the edge of the area to James Milner, whose side-footed volley was looping towards the corner. Jakubovic read it well, though, moving to his left to gather. It remains then at the KCOM Stadium, Hull 1, Liverpool 0. So a bright start from half, but still it is Hull who have the advantage. And the longer they keep a hold of this advantage, Dan, the more they'll fancy their chances of going on to claim the points.
They certainly will, and one thing that you can never talk against Hull about is the defending wise. I mean, they really are Liverpool, and the longer it goes on, Liverpool will get more chances, but the more Hull keep them out, Liverpool could get frustrated, they'll go, they'll start snatching at chances. And Hull, all they need to do is just frustrate Liverpool, keep defending well. Ranocchia and Maguire have been outstanding at centre-back so far, it has to be said.
Here comes Milner, meanwhile, bursting in towards the penalty area, foot in from the goal scorer and died to get it away, and Henderson couldn't pick up the pieces, so Hull will look to break. Burst forward comes from the number 40 Evandro. He's forced backwards though, and in fact he's fouled, says the referee, by Henderson, and it will be a free kick on halfway to Hull. Just that little bit of play there probably just sums up Liverpool's day. Just not snappy enough in the tackle and not quite clever for the final third at the moment.
Yeah, and they were lucky that the counter-attack fell to the wrong man there in Evandro, because he doesn't have a lot of pace. Firmino managed to get back at him quite easily, but Liverpool have to be aware of it. They are going to flood men forward, being the better attacking side, but they're not the strongest at the back, so Hull can exploit them on the counter-attack very easily, and that was just proof of it.
Golden Mary, Southampton, who took the lead, fallen down at home to West Ham now. Even Davis' own goal extending the Hammers' lead. And our feature game here, 55 minutes played, Hull 1, Liverpool 0. James Milner will try to take a throw in, and it flips out of his hands. The referee says have another go. On halfway, goes backwards this time to Chan, who switches it over to Matip, who instead of turning onto his right foot decides to nod it back to Mignolet, and Liverpool will start once again with their goalkeeper. Out wide it goes now to the left-hand side. On ball down the line from Milner will find Lallana. He's got men up in support. Lallana cuts past his man though, Ranocchia, into the penalty area. Lallana goes one way, then the other, then chips the ball towards the back post, and Mane, who gets up with a header. Oh, and Jakubovic gets his fingertips to it, and it's clear by Ranocchia. It was almost the equaliser. Another excellent save from the keeper.
Great save there by Jakubovic. Mane did brilliantly to be able to get that much power and get that leap on. And it's one of those horrible efforts for goalkeeper where you just can't tell whether it's going to float over you. Jakubovic stretched, expert to just palm it out.
Corner from Milner towards the near post. Looked to be tried to flick on by Chan, but it's headed behind by Maguire, and it will be another Liverpool corner. Great delivery again from Milner.
No, Milner's they've been poor today.
Yeah,
set piece.
I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to get it flicked on, but there was too many players in and around the edge of the 6-yard box there, really.
Yeah,
he's coming down to have a look. Well, actually, I don't understand what he's complaining about there. Some of the ball has to be over the quadrant, and it is over the quadrant. It's exactly where it was previously, and I'm not sure why Lee Mason was complaining about it. Anyway, Milner's going to take the corner kick from the inside, right-footed again. Chips one up now towards the near post again. Of Maguire, flicked back by Firmino to Coutinho on the volley, and it's gone way over the top of the crossbar into the Liverpool fans who were segregated behind Jakubowic's goal.
Yeah, and it wasn't a good delivery by Milner again, and just as I was about to say before, Lee Mason just came and moved the ball for some bizarre reason, and they might to try and get someone else taking the set piece. They've got Coutinho, they've got Lada, who can dead ball situations, and Milner's corners, as we see there, Mane chance again, great header and a very even best hit, but Liverpool may want to look at someone else taking the set pieces because Milner's haven't been good enough today, free kicks or corners.
Matip forward towards Coutinho, just can't quite pick up the pieces first time around, and Nokia gets it clear. Now Lucas has got some defending to do here, and the pressure from Hernandez goes back to Mignolet, decides to have a touch before clearing it, and eventually the Belgian does get it clear up towards halfway. Bounces over the head of Firmino, and Maguire takes control of it. Good challenge comes in though to win back possession from Chan, and Maguire's out of position, and the Reds stood forward now. Mane to Coutinho down the left hand side, right footed cross in, headed away well by Ranocchia. Wasn't again a good delivery again from Liverpool with players waiting for the cross.
Really poor, and they should have done better because there were so many men forward in that counter-attack. Liverpool should have done much better from that situation.
Yeah, Maguire will be breathing a huge sigh of relief having got the ball taken off him in the middle of the park. Liverpool come again. 58 minutes played, listening to Off-Tube Studio commentary. Hull 1, Liverpool 0. Henderson, down the left-hand side it goes now to Milner. Milner looking for more options. There's not a great deal of movement, you have to say. Tries to thread it through, it comes off. Evandro is dropping deeper and deeper, and the ball's out of the side for a throw-in. Taking quick to Henderson. Deep cross towards the back post. Klein's coming in, brings it down on his right foot. Stutters, forced backwards by Robertson. Goes towards the byline, tries to pull it across. It's blocked by Klukas, and Klukas should clear the left foot now. Does. Just wonder whether another more attacking player than Klein in that position would have taken it on.
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky for Klein there, really, to be honest. I mean, it was a great ball across by Jordan Henderson, and Klein, I think he just bounced at the wrong moment for him, which forced him to turn it round. And you can tell that as a fullback, he is purely right-footed because he could have drifted inside and made in on his left, but he wanted to make sure he got it on his right, and he had to turn. And Hull defended well like they have been. They managed to get all the men back that they needed.
Here come Liverpool again though, starting another attack inside the centre circle. Chan chips one over the top for the chase on here. Firmino's working out to try and get there. He's not going to do though. Skid off the surface. Goes out of play on this near side for a Hull City throw in. Just wonder how much longer that Liverpool will leave it before they make change. Klopp sent his shoot out to one on the near side. The throw-in's being taken. Milner picks up possession for the men red. Gets it back off Henderson. Milner's ball in is over the top of Mane though. Roberts should clear and does. Can't find Hernandez with the Lucas chips it up in the air. Lucas will again get there before Hernandez and does well to pick up possession. Plays it out to the right hand side in Klein. He's got 2 or 3 red jerseys waiting for a cross. Instead he goes down the line to Mane on the edge of the penalty area. Sadio Mane left footed into Coutinho, chips it back towards Mane on the bar line, back across goal, volleyed away by Huddleston on the stretch, then headed clear by Klukas. Henderson, surely handball by Ndiaye it is. Free kick about 30 yards from the Hull goal.
Yeah, the real Liverpool now, they're getting trying to put low crosses in to try and, put off the defenders, because defenders hate bending crosses that come in low where they have to make a decision, and it is coming for Liverpool. And I don't know whether Klopp is going to send on someone like Sturridge or Origi, particularly Sturridge, someone who is a clinical finisher on his day, as Hull look to make the first change of the game.
Yeah, just looking down at to see who that is actually who's coming on. It might be Timon, but we'll try and confirm that for you very shortly. He's not coming on as yet because the ref wants to have this free kick taken first. Both Milner and Coutinho are over the ball. Did you say 30 yards out? It looked it when he gave the free kick. Oh, it is, yeah, definitely 30 yards out. Instead, Milner chipped it up in towards the area, chested down by Firmino. Shot is blocked. Matip blocked again. Hull just desperately throwing bodies at the ball to keep it out. It gets cleared as far as the centre circle, and ball will be swung back in, I would assume, by Milner on the right hand side. Long deep cross to the back post, up go the hedge. Chan nods it down. He's been penalised for a nudge there on Abdellaoui. The free kick inside the Hull penalty area.
Yeah, the ball that went into the box then, it looked like Lallana just went down really easily. I don't know whether he was dragged down or not, but it looked very strange. It could only have gone down if there had been some force, but then the ball fell to the wrong man at the wrong place. Joel Matip, a centre half finish there. He should have much better. I think it was actually Firmino that went down, and good block.
Maguire that blocked it, wasn't
good block by Harry Maguire there, but should have been a better finish. Maybe lofted it over us. I think it's Evandro.
He is. As I said earlier on, he was dropping deeper and deeper, and I think maybe the concern is you may as well not have him that deep. He's more of an attacking player. You may as well have somebody a bit more defensive minded to play in that deeper role, and it is going to be just I think it's Josh Timon who's coming on to replace him.
Well, he'll go to the left, and then I think it'll be Klukas that'll come in field and maybe support Hernandez. But Josh Timon, I've heard plenty of rave reviews about him, that he's going to be a superb player. I think he's only 17, 18 years old, and he's playing fairly regularly, you have to say.
Yeah, he's been making an impact so far this season for Hull as the ball played across the penalty area dangerously. Lucas had to slide in and try and get a foot on it for Liverpool as Hernandez plays it back to Huddleston, chips it into the area towards Abel Hernandez. He's hit it into the side netting on a tight angle. All of a sudden, Liverpool again committing defensive suicide at the back, trying to play it across the edge of the penalty area. Milner towards Lucas, got a foot in, but it deflected into the path of Abel Hernandez, and he tried to play an elaborate 1-2 with Huddleston, which almost came off. It did to a certain extent, but he just couldn't find the back of the net.
Yeah, Hernandez, he just seemed to leave it. I think he could have taken it first time on his right. He just seemed to leave it and let it bounce, and then he had to do a tame effort with his left foot. But they look stronger when it goes back in that area. Liverpool, they can't get the ball in their defensive area. It was a great, bit of play by Hull there, and Liverpool have to be really careful because they could go 2-0 down, and then that's when they're going to have to throw the absolute sink at Hull. And
here come Liverpool again with Coutinho, though, forward towards Mane on the edge of the penalty area. Tried to turn it around the corner to Klein. It was well read by Robertson, and now they'll smuggle it clear with Timon, who bursts up towards halfway. Plays the ball front through here, though, to Grzycki. Grzycki through to Hernandez. He's through on goal for Hull City. Mignolet gets a block on it, and Liverpool will clear it through Lucas. But two good chances in the space of a minute for Abel Hernandez, who could have killed the game off.
Yeah, I don't know if Hull are going to come to regret these chances. It was a good ball through by Grzycki, well timed, correct speed on it. Abel Hernandez, it was just a really poor. He had to do better there, and he's applauding the effort from Grzycki. It was a good ball across to him. I think it was Josh Timon that played that ball across to Grzycki. Good movement by Hernandez, kept himself onside, but that's a really bad touch from Hernandez. It gave Mignolet the opportunity to come out and block the effort.
Should really have been game over, to be honest with you. Abel Hernandez and his body in front of the goal should have finished off the chance. Ball forward from Henderson. Can't get there. He plays it down the line. Milner just allows the ball to go out of play. Hull are going to make another change here now, and it's going to be number 9, Abel Hernandez, is going to come off. I wonder whether he was thinking about that change before he missed those 2 chances, or whether that's been the crucial factor for Marco Silva.
Yeah, it could be, because he's not looking too clinical today, and Oumar Niasse will be coming on, and he'll have a point to prove, because signed last January by Everton, £13.5 million, did nothing for them really, and he was completely frozen out by Ronald Koeman. And I watched him the other week against Hull, not this midweek, the League Cup, and he proved to be a bit of a thorn in the side of Manchester United. Showed good pace and power, so hopefully he'll try and do the same against Liverpool.
Can the man on loan from Everton dent Liverpool and their chances this season of a potential title challenge, or even a top 4 finish as things stand at the moment? 65 minutes played, listening to Cheap Studio commentary. Hull 1, Liverpool 0. The game is really opening up at the KCOM Stadium. We've had chances galore at both ends. On 56 minutes, the closest Liverpool have come to breaking the deadlock when Adam Lallana's cross from the right-hand side found Sadio Mane at the back post. His header brilliantly tipped away on the stretch by Jakubovic when it looked to be dropping in back of the net. And 2 chances in the space of a minute for Hull. Abel played a 1-2 with Tom Huddleston. let the ball bounce and took too long before flicking his left-footed effort into the side netting. But an even better chance a minute later when he was played through on goal by Grzycki, one-on-one. His touch let him down and enabled Mignolet to come out and slide at his feet and smother the opportunity. It remains Hull 1, Liverpool 0. Chance for Coutinho to swing in the corner from the far side. Daniel Sturridge looks like he's going to come on very, very shortly for Liverpool. Will he come on before this corner kick is taken? I don't think he will. Coutinho's going to take it now, right-footed, deep towards the back post, up go the heads. Maguire won it. It's going to come to Henderson. Out to this left-hand side of Mane. Lapping one from Milner. He chips it up to the back post. Header comes in. Milner's got a chance. Fires it across. Oh, got in. Coutinho is wide. How on earth have Liverpool missed that? 2 minutes inside the penalty area, and the ball doesn't end up in the back of the net.
Yeah, the game seemed to go a bit in slow motion then, and it was so close from Liverpool. I think Milner, another great block, it has to be said, from Harry Maguire there. And Coutinho on his weaker left foot, but he should still be hitting the target from there. And they're getting closer and closer, and Liverpool have had this game in the last 5 minutes to be able to win the game. But Daniel Sturridge, maybe he's the man who'll come on and try and give them the finish. He's come on for Emre Can. I think that is the right change, really attacking formation now for Liverpool.
Can't help but think that it might be one of those days for Liverpool though, at the moment, the way things are going in front of goal and in the attacking half. Can Sturridge make a difference? Here come Liverpool down the left-hand side. It's with Milner. Cuts back on his right foot. Lallana. Oh, Lallana fell over, but he does maintain possession. Coutinho chips the ball over to Firmino on the left-hand side. Firmino's deep left-footed ball in towards the area. Mane will challenge. Tries to bring it down his chest. He still keeps possession, but he's out of the area and now plays it out wide to Klein. Klein now back to Henderson. Right-footed ball is a deep one towards the back post. Firmino has it. He left it for Lallana, and that enabled El Hadoui to clear it for Hull. Claims of a free kick there against Niasse. Referee says play on, and Firmino has it down the left-hand side. Swings it back towards the edge of the penalty area. It's volley clear by Klukas. And Hull defending for their lives at times, but still defending pretty well, and still with that 1-goal advantage. Ball back in field from Firmino. Coutinho takes it off and and plays it forward again. Round the corner it goes to Milner. Milner now infield on his right foot. Goes back towards the halfway line and Lucas. And now Liverpool will patiently build again and switch the play from left to right. It's with Matip. Klein's over on the right hand side. Klein will get the delivery as well. Klein now infield. Wants to go one way then the other. Tries to take on Robertson, who does well to hold him up. And so he's forced backwards to Matip. But now Coutinho, can he conjure up here? Great ball with the outside of his right foot to get Lallana away down the left-hand side. Lallana back inside the penalty, chips one up towards the back post, headed away by Bama. Again, there's not enough red jerseys in the area when the ball goes in, and not really enough to put the pressure on Maguire. I'll hand over to Dan in a moment or so's time. We'll just see this latest attack out as Coutinho comes forward on the edge of the box, out wide to Lallana. Lallana chips a ball in. Was it a handball? Half-hearted appeals, goes behind for a corner. You keep thinking, don't you, Dan, it's surely a matter of time before Liverpool get a break here and get the goal, but it just doesn't seem to be coming at the moment.
No, it doesn't, and Hull are playing that deep that they've been able to block and efforts than rosters Liverpool having. If Liverpool keep crossing in, high, Sturridge isn't going to challenge for headers. Maguire and Ranocchia will just gobble them up easily.
Comes his head in it of this off-tube studio commentary, and Dan can take it full time.
Yeah, and it's been a real frantic last 5 minutes or so for Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp's clearly not happy. I don't know if he'll be less happy with his attack force rather than the fourth official, Mike Dean, there, because
I think Mike Dean's getting in the ear though, isn't he? Yeah. He's probably getting it in the ear because he's not happy with his players.
Yeah,
but difficult sort of juggling act for Jurgen Klopp at the moment, because obviously the piling numbers forward, and the more you pile numbers forward, the more gaps there are at the back, and Hernandez almost got in because of that recently.
Here's Grzycki on the right-hand side with a chance to try and run at Milner, but Milner defends well. It was a poor touch by Grzycki. Back to James Milner. Plays it forward. Coutinho tries to turn away from and die. Now it's Henderson in the centre circle. Switches the ball out wide to the right with Nathaniel Klein ran forward. Gets on the inside of Josh Tymon. He's got options of Henderson, who puts a deep cross. Sturridge tries to get on the end of it. Lallana's on the left-hand side of the box. What's he going to do? Twists, turns, goes in field, shoots, and it's blocked away once again by the excellent Ranocchia inside the 6-yard box. Goes out for another hour. Liverpool come so close on so many attempts recently. Here's Henderson. Now back towards Jotip, but it's a poor ball out wide to the left, and Grzycki clears it. Now it's back with Coutinho, who's out on this wide left, but he runs in field. Looks to play the ball infield towards Lallana, but it's cleared away by Hull. Nias will try and run onto that, but it's way too powerful for him. Goes all the way back to Mignolet.
Can't help but think it's just going to be one of those days for Liverpool. I mean, Lallana did everything right in football. He just didn't get his head enough for me. He had to pick out a red jersey and he hit the Hull jersey instead.
Here's Milner. He's got the chance to shoot from 25 yards out, just on the edge of the box. A decent effort, but one that's not really going to trouble Jakubowicz too much.
I can understand why he took it on, because it opened up for him a little bit, and of course every delivery that's got in there recently has been headed out by a Hull player, but in the end it was a pretty tame effort from James Milner, and one of the Liverpool saves for Jakubowicz.
Ball cleared up long towards Nias, and the ball sticks. Now with Klukas, and Dye turns away from Lallana. Now it's on the right with Grosicki. He's got men ahead of him and behind. Grosicki looks to put the ball in first time, up towards Nias, and it just evades the feet of the Senegalese striker. Good defending by Matip, who allows it to go out for a goal kick. Nias trying to make a mark for him, and I think this will be, if he does get a goal in this, it'll be the best thing he's done for Everton without actually playing for them.
Yeah, I know, it's a strange old scenario, the fact that he's just never had a chance.
Milner tries to release Lallana, but it's Ranocchia who puts it out for a throw-in. Here's Sturridge, who looks to run inside the box onto his left foot, tries to dribble past the goal scorer and die, but it's good defending by him. And I think he's played it off Lallana, and it goes out for a goal kick to Hull, who can regroup and take a bit of a breather, because they've been doing non-stop chasing against Liverpool in the last 10 minutes or so. 72 and a half minutes gone of this off-tube studio commentary. It's Hull 1, Liverpool 0. Goal from Ndai just on the stroke of half-time. Marco Silva speaks to his assistant there. He'll be absolutely delighted with the resolute defensive performance so far. Only 5 attempts from Hull compared to Liverpool's 16. 2 each on target though, which just shows really how bad Liverpool's finishing has been.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing you pointed out in the first half, Dan. The chances that Liverpool have not been what you'd say a gilt-edged chance, like the Hernandez second one, which I thought was probably the best chance of the game, really. Obviously, we've had the goal already, but the best chance other than the goal to score. Liverpool's chances have been shots inside the area with about 7 Hull players throwing themselves at it. So you've got to think that Liverpool will surely create one clear-cut opportunity in this game, and here's Mane down the right. Yeah,
Mane's showing his pace. I think he was brought down there. It's going to be another free kick brought down by Josh Tymon there, who will receive a booking. And it's another dangerous opportunity for Liverpool. If they can get a good ball in. Mane, though, showing just his electric pace. Gets round both Robertson and Tymon. Neither of them could do anything about it. Tymon had to bring him down there. On this right-hand side, just outside the byline. What can Liverpool conjure up from this set piece? There. Hull not really going man-to-man, more of a zonal approach. Milner looks to put it in towards Lallana, who's on his own really at the back post, and now he gets the ball on this left-hand side, plays the ball in field into the box. Mane's on his right foot, can he shoot? No, he's crowded out, and it's a left-footed shot there, I think from Milner, high and wide over the bar, not his favoured foot. Liverpool, it seems, are getting a bit desperate now in their attempts on goal.
I don't think Milner's made the correct choices on a couple of occasions recently, and he's getting a little bit of instruction from Jurgen Klopp at the moment. I think Klopp was just saying to him, why shoot in there? Or maybe go low. You never know, a deflection. If you go low, a deflection can take it into the back of the net. If you're going to try and curl one of the top corners, there's always a chance you're going to get underneath it and drift over the top of the crossbar. By the way, it's Everton 3, Bournemouth 2 at Goodison Park. They're potentially the comeback on.
Real turnaround there at Goodison. Try and bring you those goal scorers in a minute. I think Josh King got the first one, and
he's got both of them.
Both of them actually.
Yeah.
Have gone from looking very comfortable to very uncertain, and their Merseyside rivals are looking very uncertain as well. 1-0 down at Hull, and it's back with Milner at the back. They need to get the ball forward. Just 15 minutes remaining of normal time. Now it's with Lallana. Here's Sturridge. He's having to drop back quite a lot, and Dye puts his arms all over him and fouls him. Sturridge not looking happy with that. Tried to take the free kick quickly, but Lee Mason blows up and they've had to go backwards. Here's Coutinho, looking in a central midfield role here since Emre Can's gone off. Now Marnie on the right hand side, but it's good defending there by Robertson. Out for a throw-in, halfway inside Hull's half on the right. Tries to flick it round the corner for Henderson, but it's cleared away by Josh Tyman only as far as Coutinho, who looks to try and run towards the Hull defence, but cut out by Grosicki, who in turn gives it away to Milner. Milner tries to play a crossfield ball, but instead deflects off his teammate Henderson. But Hull have given the ball away once again. I haven't seen too many passes string together by either side in the past 30 seconds or so. The ball's played forward now to the left with Lallana, and it's a really poor touch from Lallana. Ball just went under his feet, couldn't control it, and that just sums up Liverpool's day so far.
I'd say that it sums up the whole 90, well, we haven't played the whole 90 minutes, but the whole game as it is so far for Liverpool this afternoon. It's just been, frustrating more than anything from their perspective. Just not been able to get any sort of free-flowing football going, and even position, they're just not picking out the right pass. They're dominating possession at the moment, but Hull just quite happy to soak up pressure.
Henderson tries to play a long Marnie on the right, but it's headed away by Robertson. David Miles on the touchline, Hull ready to make their third final change.
Interesting to see who goes off for Myler. I'm thinking maybe Ndiaye, the goal scorer, I would have thought.
Maybe him, maybe Lewis, maybe to shore up it even more. Liverpool get the ball into the box. Firmino tries to shoot left-footed, but it goes out towards Milner. Coutinho's about 25 yards out in the centre of the pitch. Goes out to the right with Marnie. Give Robertson a bit of a tormenting time in the past 5 minutes. He flicks it back towards Klein. Klein tries to get the cross in. Jakupovic wasn't really sure what to do there. He had to palm it out for I think it took a little bit of a deflection off Robertson there, and Liverpool with another chance from a set piece.
Yeah, did a little nick off the full-back. I think Jakupovic thought he had to try something on it, maybe to try and keep it in play, but it will be a corner.
Which Lallana looks like he's going to take, drifts it in towards Firmino on the 6-yard box, but it's headed away once again by Ranocchia.
Of it.
Yeah, you never see anything too flashy from James Milner, but one thing you're virtually assured of is he'll make the correct choices during the game, but it hasn't made one of his finest out for Liverpool as the changes that have been made, and it is actually Grosicki who will come off for Myler. That is a very defensive substitution. And
I can kind of understand it because he was having an impact in the first half. It's his debut. He's going to tire a little bit, and I think that's been a good shift from Grosicki. I think he's done
with the Irishman. Here's Sadio Mane on the right hand side. Tries to play a little 1-2 with Klein there. And ball forward, Sturridge in the box, but it's cleared away by Tom Huddleston. Didn't quite go out for a throw in. Henderson has to go back, retreat towards the centre circle with Lucas. Now Coutinho, who's trying to make more of an impact in the centre of the pitch. Now it's with Henderson again. Out towards Milner on the left. Milner to Lallana, just peeled away from El Abdellaoui there. Lallana turns and looks to try and get a cross in, but Cruyff turns back onto his foot. Gets to fire.
That's terrible.
And it's way over here.
Absolutely terrible from Adam Lallana. He's beaten his man 3 times. Why do you need to beat the same man? And he hits it way too far over the top and behind for a goal kick. I think Divock Origi's stripped off here and ready to come on very shortly. It wouldn't surprise me actually if it was Adam Lallana he replaced, because I just don't think he's had the impact that certainly Jurgen Klopp would have been hoping for this afternoon.
Liverpool really are overloading the attack now if Origi comes on. He's just getting shut off, and I think he's about to come on now. Without his very characteristic big grin, he's not happened today for Liverpool.
Burnley have just pulled a goal back at Watford. 2-1 now it is to the home side there. Ashley Barnes has scored
a penalty. Prodl handled on the line. So Burnley back in that despite being down 10 men. Jeff Hendricks sent off early on. In our game it's Hull 1, Liverpool 0 still. and Hull have a chance to deliver in a free kick from the right hand side. Sam Klukas walking up to the ball very slowly there, trying to eat up any remaining time. There is around 8.5 minutes of normal time to go. He's picking up the ball, moving it millimetres to the left, using these delaying tactics. Don't think Hull are committing too men forward. But the ball is swung in towards Nias on the 6-yard box, just loops over the head of Maguire. Henderson has to hook it away, and now Mane has a chance to counter-attack, but he doesn't have too much support. He has to go past Robertson, and he does so with ease, but good defending there from Josh Tyman to get back and support. Sadio Mane couldn't do it, and Warren, you were right, Adam Lallana is going to be withdrawn for Divock Origi. So it looks like...
I think that was probably the right move, to be quite honest with you.
And they're making another with Moreno coming on. I think it's going to be Ford. We've spoken about, hasn't had his greatest game today, and Moreno will probably give a bit more of an attacking threat, regardless of his suspect defensive work.
There was a few words exchanged, 5 minutes or so ago between Milner and Klopp as well. I just wonder whether that maybe had a bit of a bearing on the change as it was, but things hadn't been working down the left-hand side for Liverpool. So change has been made.
Puts the ball into the box, but Huddleston has to move out. And it's headed away by David Myler. His first contribution since coming on, and it's a poor ball out from Henderson towards Moreno, who tries to keep it in, backheels it only as far as Ndai, and now Hull count out. Myler on the ball, he's got Nias ahead of him, he's got Timon on the left if he finds him, but turns away from him, goes instead out to the right towards Myler, who I think...
Out of play.
Matip with the ball forward to Origi, his first touch since coming on, and now it's with the Dane man Sadio Mane, who drifts past Lucas with ease, infield. Good tackle there from the recovering Josh Simon. Harry Maguire can punt the ball out towards Oumar Nias. He's onside, he's clean through on goal, he's got past everyone, and Oumar Nias has wrapped up the game for Liverpool. About 12 yards out, a great through ball from Harry Maguire. Liverpool's defence parted like the Red Sea. Oumar Nias got away from Joel Matip easily and just slaughtered the ball underneath Simon Mignolet. Looks like it's game over here. Hull 2, Liverpool 0.
Well, one ball through the middle has caught the Liverpool back 4 out. Mane was at one end, he was bursting forward. Challenge came in, he was dispossessed. Ranocchia, the centre-half, just launched the ball forward, and Liverpool completely lost the plot as to where Nias was. Burst through, Matip tried to get back at him, but he coolly slotted it under Mignolet. And we said earlier on, the man on loan from Everton could well make him pay against their Merseyside rivals, and he's done just that. Through Mignolet, and Hull will their advantage. It looks like it's game over at the KCOM Stadium. They have sucked up pressure after pressure after pressure, Hull City. They've now doubled their advantage against Liverpool. It was Mane bursting towards the edge of the penalty area at the other end, brilliantly tackled by Robertson. The ball fell to Ranocchia. It is, and the main concern is that it's very performances. It's plenty of possession, and it is plenty of threatening play, but nothing on the end of it. No end products, and the players who were delivering the goods earlier in the season looked to...
Trying to get inside Hull's box, and Maguire once again dribbles it out towards the goal scorer Oumar Nias, who wins the throw-in off Joel Matip on this right-hand side. Great play there from...
5-2 in fact.
5-2.
Two in a minute,
Lukaku's got 2 goals. Looks like it's been a bit of a thriller there, and both they're suspect at the back and conceding 5. You can see why. El Abdellaoui evades the challenge of Moreno there, but Moreno gets the ball back, and Dye brings him down, and Lee Mason signals for a free kick, and the Hull players just trying to tap the ball away from the free kick zone, but it's out with Moreno on the left, who goes back in field towards Coutinho. Now Moreno once again hasn't really got the options in front of him. Here's Mane, who's played more sort of in field on the right to Klein. He's got Sturridge with him, who makes a run into the box, but instead goes out to Mane. It's well defended there, and Oumar Nias backs into Matip again and gets away from him, and that's great play from Oumar Nias. And aside from the goal, he's made quite an impact since coming on.
Yeah, he's done well. He's managed to hold the ball up a little bit better than Abel Hernandez did towards the end of his time on the pitch, and I think he took it really cool, challenging. Nias realised that he had to get the ball away, and he managed to slot it between the legs of Mignolet. So he's already shown, really, in the brief spell that he's been at Hull, that he's certainly been worth taking a gamble on. And this is fourth consecutive home win now under Marco Silva. Yes, okay, 2 of those were in the Cup, 1 in the FA Cup, 1 in the League Cup. But that momentum now just keeps on rolling on, and Hull will fancy their chance. So they do look like a much more well-drilled organisation. And you can actually see them getting out of it now.
Mane tries to turn away from Maguire. It hits Henderson heels, but it's with Firmino in the box. He shoots left footed and it'll deflect out for box, looking to get on the end of it. Onto it, Sturridge shoots. Jakupovic palms it away. Huddleston clears it. Thought it was for a corner, but he manages to keep it in.
Again, another sign there, Dan. Sturridge's shot, he spills it, Jakupovic. 2 Liverpool so break off there as they come through the middle again, and the loose is denied by Latic's challenge for El Alawi. 2 Liverpool players are facing the wrong way. They have their backs to the goalkeeper.
Here's Origi, who doesn't really want to be out here on this wide left and tries to put a cross in. Very weak and tame. Can only go as cleared out as far as Jordan Henderson. Got 5 minutes of additional time, so Liverpool, they do have time to get back into it, but not with play like that because, well, they've managed to wriggle away from the challenge, but only as far as Harry Maguire, who looks like he can run out with the ball, but instead chooses to punt. I think he'll settle for. Liverpool really need some urgency about them now. As we see the goal scorer in the ass. Real cool finish from the Senegalese forward. Here's Coutinho, well inside his own half. Now with Moreno on the left. He's got Sturridge and Origi ahead of him. Uses to go in field.
Just too slow, isn't it?
There's a lack of
impetus. Somebody needs to really get a grip of it, and instead it's just 5 yards away.
Put it with this man Mane, but he crosses it in, and Maguire once again heads it out. A superb display from the former Sheffield United man. Marco Silva can afford a smile there. Just 3 minutes of additional time to go. 2-0 up. Almost looking certain that they'll win, and even more certain with passes like that, but Mane can't take advantage. Coutinho out towards, plays it in towards Divock Origi, who has to go back out wide to Mane, who crosses it in left-footed, just goes over the head of Maguire, but he can clear it away, and the foul has been given. I think it was offside.
When the delivery came in, I think one of the Liverpool players had drifted a little bit too far inside the penalty area and been flagged offside, but it just had a little bit of an inevitability. It's not been great play either. And you have to say now, when this carries on like
everything up, Coutinho, we know he's a brilliant footballer, but that simple ball out wide to Sturridge, it almost appeared to roll off his foot rather than him get clean contact with it.
Again, there was no conviction, was there, in the pass? It was just like, I'm going to play it out there in the hope that someone gets on the end of it, and it went horrible. Coutinho's not looked the same player since he's come back from injury. I don't know whether it's a bit of belief, but he has looked a little bit off the ball since he's returned from injury. And in fairness, he's not the only Liverpool player at the moment, but they desperately need him on top form.
Certainly do, otherwise Liverpool, they'll be struggling to finish inside the top 4, and Hull can counter-attack again. Ball towards Oumar Niasse. He's cleared away by Lucas easily. Ranocchia out-jumps Joel Matip there, who's playing as a makeshift target man at the minute. Here's Sturridge, shouts of handball, but goes back to Firmino, who looks to play the ball in towards Sturridge, who made a move out there and couldn't, but even an opportunity like that, it's a very, very difficult effort for Sturridge to be able to control like that. They're out of ideas at Liverpool, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad ball over the top from Firmino, and I think
he's cleared by Hull, just letting it reckons of additional time to go. They know that this result is sticking now. Hull really taking their time over this free kick that's been given. El Abdelawi, who had the blood injury earlier on. The ball up to Niasse, given away.
5-3 Everton now. Harry Arts has pulled another goal back.
Real thriller there at Goodison Park. Hull can counter-attack once again. Try to play the ball through to Sam Clucas. It's given away, and now Coutinho, and it's full time at the Kcom Stadium. 2, Liverpool 0.